Periodically, I'll trip across a post like the one you see in front of you. I mean, that's social media these days, flying blind. Stepped on a cringy landmine. It reminds me of a couple of things, too, when I see this. Number one, I'm reminded of something my grandmother used to talk about when she would see people rolling their eyes. You gotta be careful when doing that with your eyes because they'll get stuck in the back of your head. Watch out, don't roll them too much, even if you go in and involuntarily cringe. Number two, and more importantly, I don't think that these people ever understood comic books. They never understood superheroes. See, they want to go out and they want to slap a label on people because they're different. But isn't that the thing we learned about with mutants and on? I mean, that's the thing they want to tell us that comic books were all about, going out and actually discussing diversity and on. But these folks, they treat that like lip service. The reality is that people are going to see the world different than you. Just because they do that, it doesn't make them some four-letter word. It just makes them different. And if you haven't learned to live and let live or to walk away, well, you got a problem. And that problem, you didn't learn it from comic books. So hey there. So today we are very briefly returning to that wonderful world of social media to talk about not only this cringy post, but what it means out there too. Red hats, that's what I'm going to call them. Red hats are just a reality of our world now. But it just hurts my soul so much to see a guy wearing one in a comic book shop. So somebody goes into a comic book shop with that hat on talking about politics and you don't like that. It hurts your soul. My God. That they could be a fan of superheroes and have missed the core teachings they hold. What a spectacular failure of a human being. Labeling people spectacular failures of human beings. Wow. Not only that, but you have 2.5K people that clicked on that like button thinking that they understand superheroes too. I mean, when they look at this, supposedly, somehow, in some way, you got a feeling for it. And yeah, are comics exclusive to one point of view? Superhero comics are the good guys win. It hurts my heart that someone who supports freedom and individuality could judge someone so easily. You don't know someone's journey or core beliefs. Of course, that doesn't make a good tweet. You actually can tell a lot about somebody and what they support, and this isn't support of freedom or individuality. I know the platform, the message, and that if someone still supports that, it denotes a profound lack of judgment and morality. You have a problem with morals if you wear that hat. You don't need to have walked a mile in a man's shoes to know what choice they made is wrong. Honestly, I am sad to see this post. We are all entitled to First Amendment rights of free speech and our own opinions, but the statement of judgment about a person without knowing them and the roads they've traveled isn't just. It's the opposite of the things superheroes teach. Nah there. Then I guess we'll have to agree to disagree. Have a nice night. Now, of course, you know, you're going to have that look at the words coming in there. Look at all of them. Got that four-letter one, got other ists and on. Don't get to act like their opinions are valid. The only thing a four-letter word is good for is a punch in the face, like Cap would. Yeah. Put on that suit, Robert, and come punch me in the face. You know what's really telling about this? These are the people that wanted to go out and basically talk about folks like myself because we covered comic numbers. They talk about us being, a certain label, and well, they want to basically bury us because of it. Isn't that telling here? You see all of that. You see it coming up again and again in this too. You see, again, I saw a sticker, a red hat sticker on the back of a Jeep that also had a Trekkie bumper sticker. If this idiot was a Trekkie, he completely missed the point of the Star Trek universe. Really? Because I've been watching the new one, and yeah, I could take a lot from that either way. You know what's funny about this, again, too, is this is not a reflection of my politics. Not at all. I'm not talking about me in this. I'm talking about the fact that as a comic book consumer, as somebody that has been around this medium all of my life, the message that it endowed wasn't this. It was anything but. It didn't tell me to go out and to basically point my finger at people. It told me to extend a hand and to perhaps try to help a person up. I mean, that's the lesson that these folks missed out on. But of course, they're not about justice. They're not about the teaching of justice. They're about the teaching of social justice. And that stuff, it's not justice at all. But anyway, you tell me what you think about all of this. I wanted to keep this brief, but I still thought this was interesting to talk about. And well, like I said, I'm curious what you think. Let me know. Also, I want to say this quickly. I value your time here. I appreciate it. You make endeavors possible, so I appreciate you showing up. If you'd like to help out this channel, think about subscribing to it, sharing videos, but you make endeavors possible. So I just wanted to say that. I wanted to say thank you to you sincerely. Not enough people actually say that anymore. And well, I do feel like that. I feel like you help this out. You subscribe to it. You make this larger. And I can't thank you enough. So anyhow, we'll do this again soon. Probably another time today. And I think you'd catch that if you want.